Hello everyone, and join me in this match between Infi versus Colorful. It promises to be an exciting match as we see Infi spawning as the red human player over here on the top left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom right, we have Colorful spawning as the blue Night Elf. Night Elf versus human here on Terranus stand. I don't know what to expect. I know what to expect. I don't know if we will actually be seeing that. I'm expecting to see a Mountain King versus a Warden. And based on that particular style of play, see who is able to play this, what seems apparently is a classic matchup here in the human versus night elf. I seem to be just all over the place. My problems. My apologies as things are already getting underway here. Anyways, let's refocus onto the game at hand. We are looking at Altar of Elders. What hero choices will it be? We're looking at the Altar of Kings, and it feels like I got zoomed in a lot for some reason. Nope, it is going to be a Mountain King as hero number 1 going up against a Warden. So, well, the players playing exactly how I thought they would. Warden first in this matchup, Mountain King, and also that first hero as well. We are looking at some early footmen, and based on this, it's gonna come down to whether or not the Warden is able to do a lot of able to do a lot of harassment. Wait, why are you casting 3 minutes early? Because sometimes I just try to cast a little bit early, and then I'm also able to finish. And since sometimes the games go over an hour long. All right, Wild Striker, how's that for a reason? Footman making its way down out across the map. Now we are looking at that solo archer and that wisp here. We should be getting a lightning shield as well. Have you seen the ESL Open Cup final yesterday? I actually have not seen the ESL Open Cup final. If it's like all the other previous ESL Open Cup finals, is it Happy versus Foggy? Don't let me know. I don't want to be spoiled about any of the information here. We could be looking at a final Fan of Knives trying to finish off all of these remaining units. There goes a Fan of Knives finishing off 2 of the 3 units, and there goes that last unit there. Warden actually denied level 2 as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest picked up by Infi. Beautifully done, as Infi now retreats back with this footman. By denying that denying level 2, the Warden was also denied the ability to shadow strike a single unit. It's fine either way. Usually you're casting that third. Yeah, it is. I know you're just playing around with me. Yeah, great games. Check it out later. All right, so Rogue Wizard going to get taken down here. Archer is here as well. Warden could almost get to level 2 here. Shadow Strike could be a problem, and some more damage being absorbed by that footman. Meanwhile, Mountain King picking up a potion of Great or Mana, also having a Forest Troll Shadow Priest for a bit of bonus healing as well, as we should be looking at a possible fast expansion attempt followed by a tech to tier 2. I am expecting a Mountain King followed by a Blood Mage, or the Blood Mage to follow up this Mountain King matchup, as it is a Bash as the second ability as opposed to Thunderclap. Warden is here, Stormbolt straight up onto the Warden. Beautiful use of Cloak of Shadows or Fan of Knives to try and deny that mana there, as the Warden, well, I'm able to use a mana stealing on that Mountain King too. There's a Stormbolt going down onto that Warden. Warden followed up, getting a Bash as well, as the Mountain King says, you know what, 2 can play at this game. I have a potion of greater mana, and I can try and Stormbolt that Warden too. Level 2 Stormbolt could cause some serious problems as well. Mountain King has plenty of mana once more, as the Warden gonna go ahead and Staff of Teleport out of here. Coming back around, Mountain King gonna stay relatively close to this town hall here, wanting to offer up some protection in this location, as the Warden most likely will be back. However, an Ancient of War, Forest Troll, Berserker already keeping track. Footman, Scouting Footman gonna get taken out. How that Footman was able to relay knowledge back to, well, the main army of Infi without actually walking over there, I don't quite understand it. But, well, this is just... well, it's just a video game. Mountain King now making its way down here. We are looking at perhaps trying to put in a bit of pressure. Forest Troll Berserker trying to put pressure onto the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, down to 79 hit points already. Warden could come in with a big fan of knives here and cause some problems, as the Warden is sitting at level 2. All right, in comes a fan of knives taking down one unit. There goes the Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden taking a lot of damage already, trying to retreat back out. We could see a Shadow Strike or something onto that Footman, as well as the Mountain King could end up getting a potion of mana. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Yes, we are. A blink, not in time. A split-second difference right there. There's that blink now, and the Warden is able to get away at 81 hit points. All right, Ancient of War taken out there, as the Mountain King getting healed back up and staying relatively close to his opponent. Now, one thing I did like that I didn't mention earlier was that the Potion of Greater Mana, by being a lot less, by replenishing less mana, we've actually seen Potions of Greater Mana used much more in early play. Before, the Potion of Greater Mana would top out at 300 mana, and it almost felt like you didn't really want to use that at all, unless you actually had 300 mana to recover. Now that is no longer the case, as the Mountain King only had 270 mana maxed out, but with only 250 mana to recover, it still made fairly good sense. Mountain King trying to get in front of that position, has Boots of Speed. Where's it going to go down? Are we going to see a Stormbolt? No Stormbolt, no Bash, as the Warden able to dodge on through once again, dropping down that Pure Up of Vitality or the Pendant of Energy. Couldn't quite tell which one it was, as an Ancient of Wonders and dual Ancients of Lore are currently getting constructed. Forest Troll Shadow Tree trying to back up into a corner, trying to, well, not fall here, as we see another Wand of Mana Stealing being used against that Mountain King. Mountain King low on mana. There's a follow-up bash, as the Warden able to bash or blink away once more. Beautiful denied by Infi there, as the ranged damage. Oh, Forest Troll Berserker about to get taken down. Follow-up and, well, bit of damage again. Units trying to retreat back every way, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest is going to be doing quite a bit of healing. All right, hiding back inside this space here, there is dual Ancients of Lore already training up the Dryads. Expansion is already up and running. Tech to tier 3 already underway by Colorful, and we are just now teching the tier 2. We could be looking at some guard towers as well, trying to get some additional piercing damage, but, well, from the looks of everything, it looks as though Infi is going to be trying to use Forest Troll Berserkers to deal with the Dryads, at least for a little while longer. I don't see a blacksmith as of yet. We do see lumber mill in play, but I don't see much being used elsewise. All right, Warden down to 385 hit points. Has to be very careful. Mud Golem is here by Colorful as well. We could be getting some slow, and there is some engagement here. Forest Troll Berserker getting focused down rather fast, as well as the Forest Troll Berserker, however, gets picked up by the Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Shredder was also there as well. Big damage coming back across. Mountain King may be able to get off a Stormbolt to finish off that Ogre Mauler. Needs a little bit more mana. Gets a bash onto the Mud Golem, trying to go after that, as the Goblin Shredder now joins in on the fight. All right, a little bit of slow to be had. Are we going to see a follow-up bash? No, we are not, as the Goblin Zeppelin pickup play able to clear up a bit of damage once more. All right, we have Warden versus MK. This is classic, but this was also taken from DreamHack Regional Championships, so the meta may have changed since then. Sorry for suggesting the raid to Grubby yesterday. Didn't know it was a rerun. Yeah, as soon as I went to go stop by and say hi, I'm like, dude, I raided a rerun. Even Todd laughed at me. Todd was like, dude, you raided a rerun. Anyways, Mountain King down to 125 hit points, able to get away. A little bit of trouble there. Mountain King already low on hit points, will need to retreat back once more. No, Infi getting every bit of usefulness out of his units. You can see Mountain King very low on hit points, and still gonna perhaps try and do a little bit of harassment. What's going on here? Mountain King hiding in the back, buying some items, selling some additional items as well, as the Warden will get to level 3. Looking at a potential rejuvenation onto some of these units. Mud Golem, well, looks like it's going to get taken out. Wow, a little bit of a misstep there by Colorful. Perhaps the actual engagement inside of the base here causing a bit of problems, as the Mountain King does have a Scroll of Healing. There is a Druid of the Claw. There's a rejuvenation there. Are we going to see an Abolish Magic there, as the Druid of the Claw backing away at 853 hit points? All right, Staff of Teleportation there. Mountain King, all right, going to try and engage. There's a Fan of Knives. What is going down here? Why? burn all of that time to just try and cause some problems as the Goblin Zeppelin picking up some of those weaker units. Coming back around, Goblin Zeppelin unloading units are healing back up once more. Multiple guard towers will be added in. Goblin Shredder also here trying to offset some of those lumber issues that human players often have. And some of you guys may also have noticed that the PTR, the playtest realm, has a new patch, a new balance patch as well. And that's one of the reasons why I try not to look too much at the balance patches on the PTR, because, well, the PTR balance patches change so often that I sometimes forget what were actual balance changes and what were only PTR changes moving back and forth. So I'll do a review once more, once those changes are finalized. Mountain King sitting at level 4. We should be looking at a Blood Mage following up. There's that Blood Mage, and now we are also going into a Griffin Aviary for air. So we are looking at potential air units, and air units are incredibly powerful, especially when going up against that Warden, as that Warden with now double Sobi Mask, that mana regeneration. I don't believe Sobi Mask actually stack, but double Sobi Mask, that Warden should be able to use plenty of skills fairly fast. Anyways, by going for air, going for Griffins and Dragonhawk Riders, you also ensure that you're not going to be leaving behind corpses. By not leaving behind corpses, the Avatar of Vengeance is actually going to fall off in its power quite significantly. Mountain King sitting at level 4 here, taking a large amount of damage, will be forced to back up as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest have really been working overtime to try and regenerate some hit points. Mountain King down to 290 hit points, but a couple of easy bashes finishing everything off here. We do see, come on, just drop a Sentry Ward. There's a Wand of the Wind. You cannot leave that behind. No Paladin or Blood Mage going to go ahead and pick that up. Back down to the south, we're looking at one Goblin Zeppelin. That's going to easily get taken out. There's a rejuvenation onto a bear. The Ogre Mauler apparently not getting any much love, as we're looking at Griffins in the air now needing to be backed away. Orb of Venom coupled with Slow Poison added up to about 400 points of damage very quickly. Meanwhile, the Dryad Bear army already pushing by Colorful, sitting at 50 supply. All right, one Arcane Tower, Fan of Knives, going to go ahead and try and engage. Scroll of Town Portal, Warden is going to be able to blink out. It should be able to do exactly that, as the units were able to just roll of regeneration for the quick heal. 69 supply compared to 72. Animal War training nearly done, as more Griffins are still getting added into the fight. Meanwhile, we're looking at an engagement at the expansion now, and still no expansion coming in from Colorful. Infi is the one running up on 2 bases, and his army is slightly larger, but it's not going to translate to much. Well, as a quick Ogre Mauler getting taken down. All right, easy damage now. Wand of the Wind forcing 2 bears out of the fight. However, Dryads quickly making short work of that as well. Warden now getting up to level 5. Stormbolt onto the Warden. Siphon mana, beautifully done right there, as the Mountain King could be in trouble using that Potion of Healing. There's a Holy Light as well. Griffin's trying to focus down. Mountain King could get another Storm, but here, Fan of Knives finishing off more of those units back off to the side. We don't see any units that can actually deal large amounts of damage to the Dryads right now, as only the heroes are dealing non-magic damage. All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest, Siphon mana once more. Staff of Sanctuary saving another unit. Mountain King could be trying to Stormbolt again. Level 2 on the Blood Mage, level 5 now on that Mountain King, as we could be looking at more Stormbolts and, well, Healing Waves. All right, Warden right there in position. Orb of Venom, Siphon mana. Are we going to be looking at more damage? There goes a Stormbolt there, but a Griffin Rider will get taken out. All right, Stormbolts, level 3 Stormbolts, fast and furious. However, still not enough to shut any of this gameplay down, as the Warden is nearly at level 6. Blood Mage giving mana to that Mountain King. Mountain King pretty much says thank you for that bear right there, as another, beautiful save coming across. Dragonhawk Riders, Griffins trying to back up once more. Paladin getting a little bit of experience. Mountain King still making its way back over as well. Was there a Staff of Preservation? I don't think so. I think they have all been Staff of Sanctuaries, saving those units pretty consistently. Mountain King has plenty of mana. Beautiful Stormbolts throughout the game so far, as we just don't see a Staff of Preservation on Colorful. That could be the downside. Double Orb Sobi Mask and no Staff of Preservation being the big problem here, as the Knights are trying to engage. Are we going to see another Staff of Sanctuary? Yes, we are. And Infi is the one making Colorful just frustrated with all of those stabs. All right, Warden throws down. Oh, are we going to see the death of a Warden? Warden falls at level 6. Level 6 Warden falls with a point-blank Stormbolt. No time to react and blink as the Paladin gets to level 2. That was a brilliant play there. Warden now needing the as well scroll or staff of teleportation back home. An army of dryads in that forward spot. Dragonhawk Riders, no weapon upgrades at all, as the Dragonhawk Riders can easily slow down many of those units as they are just trying to regroup together. 72 supply compared to 49. Colorful doing fairly well as we are looking at the expansion of Colorful finally up and running. Warden gonna make a move here. Double Sobi Mask. Yeah, I don't know. The double Sobi Mask actually feels like it is getting a lot of mana pretty fast here. As you're looking at the Warden gaining mana very quickly there. All right, more and more damage adding on in the Griffin Riders in the back there. Another fan of knives siphon mana as the Warden currently out and about with nowhere really to run, taking a large amount of damage. Are we looking at another siphon mana? No, we are not, as the Blood Mage is out of mana, or well, out of opportunities to give mana to that Mountain King. Yeah, I actually think it stacks based on looking at it. It's not 50% and then 50% on top of that. It's just a double mana regeneration. And for all of you guys who did not know, back in the day in Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, the original Brilliance Aura gave 100% mana regeneration, 200% mana regeneration, 300% mana regeneration. So it was actually possible for the Archmage to just constantly be casting Blizzard, and in the casting time of that Blizzard have more mana at the end of it than at the start. So quite a bit of imbalance. Stormbolt now coming down onto that Warden again, more damage adding in. Our Avatar of Vengeance looking to finish off some units, doing a little bit of ranged damage as well, as we now see a Staff of Teleportation on that Paladin to retreat back home, perhaps getting some Clarity Potions, Scroll of Regeneration needing for all of those units to head back. For all of you guys who were wondering, the 100%, 200%, 300%, it was actually fairly close for the other caster units. The sorceresses, the priest had about the same amount of mana regeneration. It was actually the heroes that ended up getting too much mana regeneration. That's why it became a flat number. Anyways, Blood Mage now trying to retreat back. We're going into a little bit of damage. Anti-magic shell on the Warden, putting in pressure. Colorful really diving in with a lot of damage here as we see a bash onto that Warden right there, followed up by a Stormbolt. Warden could get taken down for a second time. No. Beautiful Scroll of Town Portal mid-spin. That Warden was able to use a Fan of Knives and use Scroll of Town Portal at the same time, able to escape at 17 hit points. All right, as that Warden regenerates more and more mana, Sobi Mask was actually sold Pendant of Energy right there, using up as much as it can. It looks as though Colorful wants that potion of mana over a Sobi Mask, as he needs that sudden burst as well. All right, coming back around, we're looking at massive repairs on that Entangled Gold 9. Fair and balanced. Yeah, that was... Well, considering Obsidian statues actually have more mana regeneration, I don't know. Maybe it is. All right, coming back through, we're looking at the Mountain King trying to pull back. I don't know. Obsidian statues, maybe just their range needs to be readjusted. We're coming back around. Warden going to go ahead and get in an engagement here. Fan of Knives across multiple units. Griffin Riders now looking to back up once more. Mountain King in that frontline spot, bash onto a Dryad. Dryad now looking to retreat back. Level 6 Warden going up against 3 human heroes. Stormbolt, Siphon, mana. Are we going to perhaps get in some more bashes, as well as the Blood Mage could have a little bit of problems. Mountain King is going to turn back around, try and staff a Sanctuary, or perhaps get a bash onto, wow, another Stormbolt onto that Warden, followed up by a bash. The Warden losing quite a bit of mana again, as the Warden does have a Pendant of Energy, still up at 100, at 500, overall topped. All right, Scroll of Regeneration across all of those air units again, as the Mountain King makes its way back down to the south. An Apprentice Wizard here, well, getting aggroed and disrupting some of that healing as well. All right, Bears coming back across. Dragonhawk Riders, are we going to be looking at the Warden trying to... Do not recommend it. It is bad for her health. as we're looking at 86 supply going up against 80 colorful, finally breaking low upkeep, sitting at has broken low upkeep, sitting. Meanwhile, Infi sitting at high upkeep right now. Fan of Knives coming back across. There's that Fan of Knives, Avatar of Vengeance, and those corpses are going to be turned into spirits fairly fast. Meanwhile, Dragonhawk Rider is right there. Avatar, or Warden blinking behind enemy lines there. Orb of Venom causing a lot of damage as the Spirit of Vengeance is looking to finish off many of those air units. Griffin Riders, Scroll of Protection adding in a little bit of extra protection there. Meanwhile, Guard Tower adding in a lot of damage as well, finishing off perhaps some of those Dryads as that Guard Tower getting cleaned up. Guard tower damage finally negated as the army finishing it off. Dragonhawk Riders looking to finish off all of those ground units here. Staff of Sanctuary trying to save up some more Siphon mana. Are we going to get some more Holy Lights to try and save some of those Dragonhawk Riders? Yes, we are. 400 hit point heals as we're looking at the Warden blinking back away once again. Low hit point Knight getting taken out. And here, Avatar of Vengeance finishing things off here. Avatar of Vengeance taking a bit of damage. Is going to be able to back away in time. There, it does take magic damage, or take bonus damage from magic, as it is still trying to back away. One more or two more shots should in fact finish it off, but the Avatar of Vengeance does move around fairly fast. Look at that fast movement speed as it finally gets bashed, and one more shot to finish it off. Oh gosh, there it goes, finally getting taken out. Dragonhawk Riders coming back around here. We do see Dust of Appearance being left behind. Not quite sure why you would ever drop that Dust of Appearance, as the Dryads and Staff of Teleportation comes in. Warden going to be ready to go to try and shut down this expansion again, but this is not good news at all. The Mortar team's going to look to finish off some of those units. Dragonhawk Riders able to provide a little bit of air support against those Dryads still, as it looks like it may be a trading of expansions, and the expansion off to the north, 2 Dryads able to shut it down, and meanwhile a Mortar team getting finished off again as another anti-magic potion being used once more, not being able to dispel that anti-magic potion. Very difficult, as those Griffin Riders need to burst through it naturally. Coming back off to the north again, there's another Fan of Knives coming through, as we're looking at the Dryads starting to slowly fall at the hands of at the hands of those Dragonhawk Riders. 70 supply compared to compared to 53 now, as the Blood Mage gets up to level 4. All right, we do have Banish as well. Peasants moving on over. Mountain King getting up to level 6. Are we going to actually go into Avatar? Yes, we are. Avatar, not level 3 Bash, as we're looking at Staff of Sanctuary still teleporting units back home. All right, there was actually a Peasant getting teleported back home here. Meanwhile, Blink coming back across, does not realize it. Mountain King is right there. There's a follow-up, a bash. Units are going to try and get away, and that, Warden is once again on the run. Colorful is up against the ropes right now, needs to make a big play happen, but going up against multiple heroes, with a Warden without the Avatar of Vengeance alongside, it really feels like you're down a hero at this stage. Dryads able to back away. Dragonhawk Riders down to 74 hit points. Slow Poison. Are we going to see this Dragonhawk Rider finished off down to 11 hit points and able to live and fight another day again? Back off to the north, there's a new Avatar of Vengeance, because why the heck not, as they are going to try and finish things off. But the main fight is going down here. Griffin Riders going after that Tree of Life. Mountain King wanting to try and finish off some of these units here. Mortar teams could be making their way over as well, as we're looking at Siphon and a beautiful blink dodge, breaking the Siphon mana and that Stormbolt. All right, it looks as though multiple Dragonhawk Riders are going to get finished off here. Griffins have nothing easy to attack except for that Tree of Life. Avatar of Vengeance fighting alongside in the back, but it's not going to be piercing damage, as we're looking at a Shadow Strike onto the Mortar team. Mortar team going to get finished off here, as the Mortar team is trying to finish off the Dryads. Dryads are just really shutting down many of those Dragonhawk Riders. 67 supply compared to 47, but I believe the writing is on the wall. Colorful has come down to his last couple of units to try and hold the door here, hold the line, but this is going to be the end of the line, so to speak, as there is not much mining going on. All right, expansion off to the top right should be mining once again, needing to repair Tree of Life down to less than 200 gold, as it is continuing to repair, and there is still, units being healed back at home, even though one of them needs his Staff of Sanctuary to kind of reset himself. siphon mana, well, trying to constantly take mana away from that Warden. Meanwhile, Blood Mage could easily just banish. Nope, there's that siphon mana again, trying to just constantly siphon mana, perhaps going to give it back to the Mountain King a little bit later. Paladin, Goblin Shredder making their way back over. Well, Staff of Teleportation, Warden everywhere where it wants to be. And what it wants to be doing is taking down peasants once more. Peasant going to get taken out. Meanwhile, Dragonhawk Rider is getting cleaned up here. 67 supply compared to 56. And so much of Infi's time is actually spent walking around that that the army is not really maximizing its damage. All right, one volley is going to be enough. We're going to see a bash here. No bash either, as we're looking at the Avatar Vengeance trying to get away. Avatar Vengeance heading back once more. Warden is right here. All it's going to need is one simple mistake by Colorful, and this game is pretty much guaranteed over, but Colorful not making that mistake just quite yet. Siege Engine starting to roll on in, and that is, well, another insult there. Siege Engine's having a difficult time. They're in from some mortar teams as well, as we see a quick banish and followed by bash onto that Warden. Warden taking a lot of damage once more. Is that Warden going to be able to get away? Bash onto, or banish onto the mortar team as a saving measure, as the units were just completely, well, about to take too much damage. All right, more siphon mana. There's a rejuvenation. The Warden able to heal up a lot as Siege Engine's rolling on in and putting in a bit more pressure once again. Siege Engines coupled alongside the Dragonhawk Riders, the Siege Engines are able to deal damage to that Tree of Life, and if this Tree of Life falls, Colorful has lost all its hope of trying to get back into this game, and I believe this is going to be the end. There goes that Tree of Life. Colorful with a 30 supply army compared to 69, and no economy to try and rebuild any additional units. Stormbolt finding the back of the Warden. Warden is going to be able to use, nope, another miss right there, as the Blood Mage now retreating back with those units. Colorful does give the GG. Infi winning this game here on Tyrannus Stand. A great game by Infi, playing so well. Yeah, absolutely a blast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that matchup there. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. If these are the types of games you are looking to watch. If you got to the end of this video, well, thank you.